Good day, future educators. I am Seth Lopez Robin, and for today's discussion, we will be dealing with the different types of completion test. So, this types of completion test is very relevant to our course, which is education. So, let's start. The first type of completion test is the identification. So, when we say identification, it is an objective type of test in a form of completion test, which is defined, described, explained, or indicated by a picture, diagram, or a concrete object, and the term referred to is supplied by the pupil or student. So, when we say identification test, this is mainly broad category of tests intended to verify the presence of a specific element, functional group, or compound. Let us all study the given example of identification type of test. So it states here that it refers to the process of summing up results of tests, giving them some meaning based on value judgments. So in here, we are identifying the process of summing up the results of the test. So that is the first type of completion test, which is the identification. So let's move forward. Number 2, this is the enumeration type of test. So in here naman, we are enumerating particular answers to a particular questions. So it doesn't only requires one answer, but instead it is more than one answer. So let's take, for example, list down the 3 branches of Philippine government. So in that given example, we are not just required one answer, but more than one. So that is under enumeration. So next and the last one is the filling the blanks. So in here, the recall power of learners and not their ability to recognize or synthesize. This is the basic aim of this format. This is also to encourage learners to apply their knowledge they have already learned. So, they must have access to the source materials before they are asked to answer the questions. So, let's take for example, the filling the blanks of the song Lupang Hinirang. So, the first to be filled is the perlas ng blank, alab ng puso, sa blank mo'y buhay. Duyan ka ng blank, sa manlulupig di ka blank. So that's it for my discussion. I hope you learned a lot from it. The next discussion is on the advantages of completion type of test.
Good day everyone, I am Mark Piliri Gunay and I am going to present to you the advantages of the completion type of test or the answer or short answer test. First in the list, it covers a broad range of topic in a short span of time. For example, in enumeration, when you are going to put list all the branches of mathematics or list all the branches of calculus, so it covers a whole range or it covers a wide range. Second on the list is it is easier to prepare. Here, it is less time consuming compared to a multiple choice and matching type of test. The third advantage is it can assess effectively the lower level of Bloom's taxonomy. Why? Because it can assess recall of information rather than retention. The fourth one, it reduces the possibility of guessing the correct answer. Why? Because it requires recall compared to true or false and multiple choice items. And the last one, it covers greater amount of content than the matching type of test. So it is likely with the first one.
Good day everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the disadvantages of a completion or a short answer test. First, it is only appropriate for questions that can be answered with short responses. It is one of the disadvantages because completion it is only required for questions that can be answered with short answer. For example, is identification and fill in the blanks. Second is that there is difficulty in scoring when the questions are not prepared properly and clearly. The question needs or should be clearly stated so that the answer of the student is clear. The third disadvantage is that it can only assess knowledge, comprehension, and application in Bloom's taxonomy of cognitive domain. The fourth disadvantage is that it is not adaptable in measuring complex learning outcomes. If we say complex learning, it is the integration of knowledge, skills, and attitudes. That's why completion is not adaptable in measuring complex learning outcomes because it is only appropriate for short answers. And last, under disadvantages, is scoring is tedious and time-consuming. It means that completion needs long time in scoring. That ends my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Good day everyone, I'm JC Savelia and I'm going to discuss the guidelines on constructing completion type or short answer test. Let's start. Number 1, avoid indefinite statement. Ito yung mga uncertain statements. Number 2, avoid over-mutilated statements. Ito naman yung mga pinuputol na statement. 3, omit keywords and phrases rather than trivial details. Iwasan ang pagbibigay ng mga clues sa mga short answer test. 4. Avoid lifting statements directly from the text. The best thing to do is you need to paraphrase the statement. 5. Whenever the indefinite article is required before a blank, write it in the form a or an. Number 6. Make the blanks be in uniform length, meaning to say the answer is equal length with the blank. 7. Avoid grammatical clues to the correct answer. Same thing with the number 3. Number 8. Try to choose a statement in which there is only one correct response for the blank. Ito ay para makaiwas sa pagkalito ng mga nagsasagot ng short answer test. 9. The required response should be a single word or a brief phrase. 10. Arrange the test so that the answers are in a column at the right of the sentences. Number 11. Avoid an order series within an item. 12. Prepare a scoring key that contains all acceptable answers so that test can be scored with the simplest and quickest possible time. And the last one, allow 1 point for each correctly filled blank or correct answer. For tests can be scored within the simplest and quickest possible time. That's all. Thank you.